Hi, today is Monday, March 16th, and it's really kind of day one of our shelter in place request by the governor and the president due to the coronavirus, COVID-19. I'm recording this because I feel like it's worth journaling. This is a unprecedented event in my history. The last event in American history that was this, to me, this disruptive was probably before my time. I mean, Vietnam War and the Depression, but really, this has been quite disruptive. It's going to affect the economy. It's going to affect people, and lots of folks will die, and lots of folks will get sick. But I just thought it was worth sharing my experience for my children, my grandchildren, and people after. So, I am over an adult education program in Bossier City, Louisiana. It serves around 2,000 people annually. We provide English as second language services and high school equivalency. So we're the first step to a better life for a lot of people. And so on Friday when we left, the threat was looking a little bit ominous, and we felt like we would be making some decisions. So I told my chancellor that I had elected to extend our spring break for 1 week and give my staff time to come up with some distance learning options online and whatnot. Only over the weekend, things got worse, and we were told that we won't be on campus. So everyone's extending spring break. There probably won't be face-to-face classes the rest of the year. And as of today, the president's requested that restaurants and bars close and that no one assemble larger than numbers than in larger groups than 10. If you've read the news or looked this up, you'll realize that there was a huge tragedy in Italy where the infection grew astronomically and the healthcare services were overburdened, so people were being turned away, and people are dying. It's tragic, and I my prayer goes out for the people affected, but my prayers are also out there for our healthcare providers, because it's a difficult decision when you go into the business and the line of work of saving lives and saving suffering, and you have to turn people away. And I don't envy you, and I'm so sorry that we've gotten to this place. And I pray that America doesn't get there, but I feel that we might, because sadly, some people are making really selfish decisions right now. To be honest, when I first heard about coronavirus and COVID-19, I was like a lot of people under the impression it was just like the flu, and we didn't really have a lot to worry about, and I thought people were being panicky and anxious. And then I started watching the charts and watching the infection and watching the growth exponentially, and it got really scary. My mom lives with me. She's been with me a year. She has COPD, and she's 75, so she's at risk. And my husband's 61 and in relatively good health, but I mean, he has some issues. But I'm just going to say this, and people are going to be pissed off when I say it, but truly, it's very, very selfish and honestly immoral to think in terms of I'm healthy and I'm okay, so I can function life as usual and go about my normal life and not worry about this problem, because that means that if I get it, I'm exposing other people. And the thought that I could possibly cause someone suffering or death just destroys my heart. So I'm just going to say that at the point in time where I realized that it was growing exponentially, we don't have the ability to test everyone, so we really don't know how big the problem is. I think it's super selfish to not be willing to adjust our lives, as painful as that might be. On a more positive note, I had been following developments in Wuhan, China. My friend Amy Arundel Hayes has a sister who's actually been there for several years, and they have been quarantined. I mean, hardcore martial law quarantined for close to 60 days, and following their journals has been enlightening. You know, in America, we're very fast-paced and very aggressive and very competitive, and we just go, 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 go. And for a long time, probably a lot of us have been yearning to get back to the basics and yearning to spend time with our families and work on our homes and do things like that. And we just don't have time because we're always doing our jobs, and we take a lot of pride in our jobs. And this event's going to require us to get back to the basics and to focus on family and to pray if you believe in prayer, and to, make a home cooked meal and do those things that we've really lost art, a lost art of being domestic and taking care of our homes. So I consider this like a time out from civilization, and time to focus on what's important and get my priorities straight. And I hope you do too. And I know it's going to be painful for my hourly workers. I get it. and I'm sorry. My prayers are with you. But hopefully, our humanity is in a place where we will give and support those in need. For instance, I belong to a group that's going to supply our seniors with needed toiletries and needs. There's a reprieve on foreclosures, and you can't evict anybody, and your utilities won't be cut off. So hopefully, and you know, in America, we always have food. We've got food banks, food stamps, food coming out the wazoo. So we can provide those basic needs until life gets back to normal if everybody can just be patient and make us aware that you have the need. The other thing that I struggle with is, again, I'm over an adult education program. People are home and their kids are home. And I don't want them to lose their opportunity for education, because that's hope for them. It's hope for a better future. People don't come to us because they're bored. They come to us because they want to improve their life. They want to improve their prospective income. And so to, check out on that and check back in several months is painful. So we want to provide those services, but I also want to respect my faculty and my staff and realize that they're going through some real trials right now. And in the interest of their mental health, I have to be really careful and cautious as to how I decide to have them work while we're sheltering in place. So we're looking at those options. I'm also concerned about my hourly staff, because they're important to me and they're loyal to the mission, and I want to, compensate them and make sure that they can pay their bills, because that's important to me. So there are a lot of difficult decisions we're making right now, but please understand they are difficult decisions, and we're doing the best we can with limited knowledge and information. I'm going to try and do this daily. I can't promise anything, but I'm hoping that this will provide a record of our experience, our human experience in this crisis. And I have faith in humanity, and I think we're going to be okay in the long run. It'll be painful, but I think we can do this. And I love you all. I love what I do. I love my impact on the lives of others. And so education's kind of my gig right now. It's kind of my jam, and hopefully we'll get back to normal in a few months, and I'll see you later. Thanks.